Family, I'm real Mike Rob. Make sure you tuning in to the 3-point conversion radio. They got all of it and they keep it funky. Let's get it.
What up, what up, what up? It's your man, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? You're back inside the 3-point conversion sports lounge, and I got my guy to the right. Mace, what up, Mace?
Wednesday, baby. You know I love me some Wednesday, baby. We got college football on tonight, so you gotta love it. Love it.
Yeah, kind of different. Yeah. College football on tonight. Which headlines are a big night, man, in sports, man. You got the MLB, NLDS, NLCS, excuse me. Mets hosting the Dodgers. Then you got the WNBA finals, Minnesota versus the New York Liberty, Minnesota Lynx, that is. That series has been good in itself. I mean, it's just playoff basketball, baseball, then you got college football, NFL football, bro. It's been crazy. It's
up.
What you said, kids say it's lit, it's up, all of that.
Lit, it's up, all whatever all them terms they use. It's happening.
Shout out to D-Led too, man. Speaking of lit, we was in Carolina covering the Carolina Panthers game versus Falcons, right? And saw D-Led at just one of the bars. We was watching a football game. And then I went to a diner down there. Mace, when I tell you this diner was crazy, bro. What up, Vince? When I say it was crazy, bro, I'm talking about they playing I Choose You from Outkast and UGK. Then they go to Lil Baby. Then they go it was crazy. It was packed. All type of nationalities. There's the biggest diner I've ever seen in my life. Bro. They got everything from fried wings to shrimp combos to shrimp and grits to it wasn't like a regular diner. So anyway, I'm like, it's crazy. So the next day at the stadium, you know, a lot of media sitting there, Atlanta media, and we sitting there, and I was telling them like, yeah, man, I went to some diner last night. It was pretty good, man. It was good. And D Orlando Ledbetter said, yeah, man, you know that diner be lit.
Yeah, man.
What'd you say, D-Land? He said that diner be lit.
Man, people don't understand. Uptown Charlotte is like that, dog. Like I lived in Charlotte. My daughter is in grad school up there. She was born in Charlotte, dude. And you got to say uptown. You can't say downtown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy to say. Yeah, crazy.
It's Uptown Charlotte.
Uptown. Man. That's downtown, y'all. But they call it uptown.
I still got my North Carolina driver license, man. It's up, man. I love me some Charlotte. So I'm not shocked, dog. I'm gonna tell you one of the rooftops in Charlotte, unbelievable.
Which one?
All of them. Just name one.
Oh yeah. We went to the we was at the Havana Cigar Lounge, and that's where they had it. Yeah, it was crazy. It was dope. Like I said, dope little vibe, man. Shout out to Charlotte, home.
Shout out to the 704.
Yeah. Little Atlanta.
Yeah.
Mini Atlanta, you know. Yeah. Hey, Mace, we got a good show, man. Bruh, like I said, sports has been crazy, but we got a great show for you all, man. First of all, we definitely are talking hot topic. We're talking about the 2 trades that happened in the NFL. Sure, Mace loved this. I don't know if you love the trades, but just the fact that 2 wide receivers are getting traded, which you rarely see 2 players of this caliber get traded within the same day of anything, for that matter.
Yeah.
But and then get traded to teams that are lacking wide receivers, as you see Vince, he a Buffalo Bills fan, so he excited. But we're gonna dissect that. Also, man, we got to talk college football. Another crazy, great day in college football, man. I mean, it's like you can't get no better than this.
It just keeps getting better. It keeps getting better.
I can't think of the last year was like this though. It's been a minute since every week was this great. But we got to talk about you know what I want to talk about? The play, the 12-man, 12 defensive men on the field. I want to talk about that call and the strategy in that.
Yeah.
Now it's causing a big stir in college football. Also, I want to know, do you feel like, are you surprised that the new teams or the teams that are going to new conferences are dominating like they are? We got to get into that. Also, we are talking NFL. Russell Wilson looks like he's set to start. Mace, I got to get your opinion on this, bro, because this is quite interesting, man. It's interesting.
Yeah.
And then a good question for you, man. Who do you believe in more, the Atlanta Falcons or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? We're going to get into that for the South Division. Also, NBA season, man, is upon us, man. It starts next week, and we're going to dissect. Or I shouldn't even say dissect. We're just going to give our predictions on the awards, who's going to be in the finals, all of that. So that should be fun. And then we got Dr. Fowler coming in with Ask a Doc. We're going to ask him about injuries that impact your fantasy football teams or even just your football teams or favorite players. We'll get into that. We'll go through our picks. And then we got MLB. The game last night was a great game last night, bro. You didn't like the game last night?
I like the game, but there's no Braves, so yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Then we got quick hits. Stop it. Hey, man. Y'all, you know what? I'm about to get on that. Danny asked me, what up, Danny? Tom said, I get my Netflix check. I don't know if you saw it yet, Danny, or America, if y'all been watching. So Netflix got a new series called Starting Five.
Starting Five. Mm-hmm.
Mace, I don't know what's wrong. It started ever since the Sister Jean. Bruh, I cannot help I can't help from not being on a camera or going viral. I don't know. So why? And I knew I'm sitting there watching it. And when they showed second episode, they showed Ant, Ant was profile. So they got 5 players.
Yeah.
They got LeBron James, Jason Tatum, Domantas Sabonis, Anthony Edwards, and they got Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
But this particular episode, they were talking about Domas and Ant. And they was following Ant. He was in Atlanta. I just had a feeling like, why? I felt like I'm going to be on this. I don't know why. And sure enough, after the game, they showing Ant taking the pictures with his family. Who do you see in the corner? Coming out the media room, looking in the media room, then look at them as they taking the picture, look dead in the camera. Didn't know it was a camera like that. Look, clear shot. They got me for like 2-3 seconds. Here I go again, man. I need my check, dog. I need my check, Netflix.
It's being in the right place at the right time, baby.
Always, dog.
Some people have that kind of luck, dog.
It never fails, dog. Next week, I will put the picture up of us with Sister Jean Classic, y'all. We got to tell y'all the backstory on that.
Went around the world, dog. Went around the world.
Well, anyway, man, let's get to these quick hits. So first off, the Mercedes-Benz Atlanta, Georgia, will host the 2028 Super Bowl.
Oh.
Now, this should be expected, but this is the reason why it's kind of like, wow. The first one we had, collect your tapes. I need more than that, dog. I have a speaking part, but I look dead in the camera. I need more than that.
They say you gotta have talking lines to get that SAG card, dog. Yeah.
Right. But Atlanta, the first year it was in Atlanta, 94, right?
Nah, 90, it should have been 92, 93.
No, 90, it was 94, it was 93 season. 93 season, but 94, I'm saying, the year 94. But 93 season, because that's when Buffalo played Dallas the second time. So 94, we'd just say the year in 94, right? It's cool, different. It was good, you know. Georgia Dome just opened up like 2 years ago or the year before last. The last year it just opened up. Or was that the first year?
Nah, it had to be the second year.
Second year, it had to be second year. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, second year.
Yeah.
All right. Then they had another one in 2000 with 2001, but the year of 2000, you know, the 2000 season. Mm-hmm. All hell broke loose because they had an ice storm.
Yeah, and Ray Lewis, forever.
And Ray Lewis messed up. Yeah. So because of that, Super Bowl hadn't been in Atlanta until 2019.
Right.
2018 season. So basically 18 years later, right?
Yeah.
Atlanta's nice. I mean, it's party town. It's usually warm, whatever. But Goodell was like, we don't trust Atlanta because the weather, and look how it, you know, did everyone from traveling, hindered everyone from traveling, even watching the game somewhat. Some people probably couldn't even make it to the game. Then the fact of the Ray Lewis situation. Then that 2019, that year, is one of the coldest days in Atlanta that year.
We had the one fake snow day. Yeah.
Fake snow day, but it was cold, but a fake snow day. Everybody was worried.
Yeah.
But Atlanta kept it together. So now you have it back so soon. So that's why I think that's just a surprise or whatever, you know, since. Yeah. But your thoughts on it, man, just the fact that we ain't got to travel, you know, now we get to sleep good at home and come do Radio Row. We just meet each other. What up, dog? You need a ride? I got you.
What's crazy is in 19, if you remember, when Goodell had his little state of the Super Bowl presser, he basically said the Super Bowl will be back in Atlanta within 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept his word. And he talked about also during that press conference that they want to really narrow down cities where the Super Bowl is. And it was like Atlanta is one of those cities. Talked about Atlanta, talked about LA, talked about New Orleans, talked about Miami. And he was like, you know, Vegas. Yep. And he was like, you know, hey, some of these cities need to be in rotation regularly instead of coming back. And Arthur Blank built Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the hopes of hosting Super Bowls, national championships, the World Cup, and all of these things have come to fruition. So, I mean, we're not shocked that Atlanta has another Super Bowl. I always said it should come back sooner. Like, we should really be in the rotation for the Super Bowl because of everything that our city does. And everybody's here anyway. So why not have it in Atlanta? So, yeah, it's very dope that it's coming back. And if you just look at everything they're building around Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I'm so funny. I posted a picture yesterday, just basically like, you know, Super Bowl coming back. And where I took that picture, I could not take that picture in that same spot today because of all of the hotels that's going up. All of that area is changing, and it's going to continue to change because by the time the Super Bowl gets here, it's going to look like the Battery, pretty much down there by Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So, man, shout out to ATL, man. We're a very international city. We deserve events like that. So, big shout out to the ATL.
Atlanta is that city, and then think about it. That was the best, probably. Now, I don't know how New Orleans is going to be. I can imagine New Orleans is nice. I've never been to New Orleans during the Super Bowl, but we'll get that chance this year. But the simple fact that in Atlanta, it was so easy because you can literally walk to the hotels.
Yeah.
Where the players is going to be, you know, for the
everything connected.
Everything was just right there. Everything versus Miami, you got to take shuttle buses or drive 30 minutes out this way. Vegas was kind of like that. It was just Vegas wasn't as bad, but still, it was still off the strip where they were. So it just, got to give that. So shout out to Atlanta, man.
Yeah, we deserve it. I mean, we should again. We should always Super Bowl should be here every 3-4 years. Like, y'all stop playing. Stop playing with us.
I know they better add Las Vegas though. Moving just for the food alone, but moving on. That food was so good. Buzz going in opening night drunk and everything.
I tell y'all this: the stripper tax in Atlanta. I tell you, the stripper tax gonna be high. Y'all better start y'all fun now, because if y'all plan on hitting any of our adult establishments, it's gonna be a high tax on this thing.
Yes, sir.
You better know it. You better know
that. Next, moving on, the WNBA All-Star, not All-Star, but first team All WNBA included Caitlin Clark, the rookie, which it should. It should have been a no-brainer. She averaged 19.2 points per game, 8.4 assists a game, basically 6 rebounds a game, 5.7 rebounds a game, and then I'm gonna put that up second best. She averaged 1.3 steals per game. Now, this is fifth time in WNBA history that a rookie's been voted NBA team first team. Also includes this on this first team is Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, Alyssa Thomas, and Aja Wilson. So shout out to them, to those ladies. That's what's up. It's cool that we got 2 of the ladies in the final. So that's what's up, man. Let me put up what Vince said. You think Tamala Jones will come back for so look, as May say, I ain't gonna hold you, but look, I already hit up Tamala already. I said, hey, you coming too? She just smiled, put the hearts, whatever. Like she said, you're gonna see. So I'll let y'all know, but I keep in touch with her on Instagram all the time. So we'll see. We'll see. We definitely gotta have her. Moving on. We just gonna leave it like that, bro. We're gonna leave it like that. As for the quick hits, we got to go to this hot topic, dog. And again, like we talked about, the wide receivers. We saw the Buffalo Bills trade. Well, forget the Buffalo Bills. Let's go to the Jets. The Jets received Devontae Adams from the Las Vegas Raiders, and in return of a 3rd round conditional pick, which could turn into a 2nd round pick.
Right.
The other pick was the Buffalo Bills. They traded for Amari Cooper, and they gave up a 6th round pick in 2025, and they received, and the Bills ended up giving up. I'm sorry, they gave up. They got a 2025 6th round pick, but they end up giving up a 3rd round pick and a 7th round pick, I believe. Yeah, in 2026. 3rd round 2025, 7th round 2026. So what I want to ask you, Mace, you're a wide receiver. First of all, dog, can somebody tell Aaron Rodgers, if you wanted to play with Green Bay, you should have stuck with Green Bay. You shouldn't have said anything. Could have had the whole team there, dog. Easily. You're trying to turn into the New York Packers. That's what you're trying to do, dog.
Yeah.
But your thoughts on it, man? I mean, now it's happened. We talked about it before. Could it work? It was reports that Garrett Wilson and Devontae talked about it last year. It'd be dope to play with each other. But, Muggs say that when it don't, you don't think it's going to happen. Now that it's happened, what do you think the dynamic is going to be?
It's going to be terrible. Like, this is the train wreck that I really wanted, because
you really want it?
I wanted this to happen because I wanted more misery for the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers has single-handedly submarined this franchise. I mean, it didn't need much submarining, but it's to the ocean floor now. Saleh gets fired. Now all of a sudden, Aaron's boy Hackett is not calling players no more. Aaron, just tell these folk you want to be the coach and the GM. You basically a player coach, and you're the GM. This Devontae thing is going to end terrible because they aren't the guys that they were 5 years ago. That's the problem. if people are honest and really watch Aaron Rodgers play, the things that made him special, he can't do those things no more. And the offensive line is terrible, so he's not gonna have all day for Devontae to run them long crosses. And oh, by the way, Devontae is really not what he was a few years ago. So Father Time is undefeated. Now, the wide receiver move that worked very well was Amari Cooper to Buffalo. That made all the sense in the world because they truly need a number one. And Amari Cooper is still, without a doubt, one of the best route runners. He's one of the best technicians in the game. You give Josh Allen, Amari Cooper, who is not the same headache as Stephon Diggs. Buffalo Bills want to trade. But as far as Devontae, I saw you posting your green cleats, so you already knew this was happening. Y'all knew that you popped up on the Pat McAfee show. Y'all already had this in the works. Y'all already had it in the works. But it's not gonna work, and it couldn't happen to two better people. So I'm glad it made it happen because this thing is going to be a train wreck, and I love it.
I don't think that I don't know that
Sammy Watkins.
I know Sammy Watkins.
Vince, you couldn't have told me that Sammy Watkins wasn't gonna be elite in the NFL.
We thought he was gonna what?
Man, I'm still losing bets on that.
I was just talking about that the other day, bro. I thought Sammy Watkins was about to be the best wide receiver. It came out since I don't know, Randy. Like
the way he was doing mugs at
college. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, I still think your boy Devontae got the raw deal with the Jets. The reason why is because not with the Jets, with the Raiders. Because that's why I'm kind of shocked that he's going with Aaron, because Aaron was the one basically that led Devontae out of Green Bay. I'm not taking this pay cut and whatever. And I guess Devontae was saying, like, hey, that's not on Aaron, that's on the management. They should have made that work. Maybe that's what he's saying, but it was Aaron arrogance that caused Devontae to get traded. And Devontae was like, no, y'all can't pay me. I'm ready to go, which I felt him. But then you go to the Raiders, and it was contingent on playing with Derek Carr.
Right.
Then all of a sudden they shipped Derek Carr.
No.
When he had one of his best years with Derek Carr, and now he's looking like, I gotta play with this kid named O'Connell. Then the next week y'all give me Minshew, which like I don't agree with Mace. I don't know for sure. We'll see. Mace think he slowed down. I think if the quarterbacks have slowed him down.
Yeah, he don't slow down. No, he don't slow down.
We can't tell, dog. It's
he don't slow down.
He's not getting looks. We'll find out. We're about to find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out real soon.
Find out it's gonna show, but it's just that Aaron, man. It's like, dude, I'm tired of you trying to control everything. It's not gonna work out, bro. Just play. You didn't see Brett Favre do this. You know what I'm saying? Brett Favre didn't do this when he left. Like, you're trying to follow him. But with Buffalo, as you said, I do like that because Buffalo need a number one. Amari can still run around, like you said. Buffalo doesn't even need a super number one. They just need a number one.
Yeah.
Just somebody to be the number one guy.
Yeah.
And Amari could definitely be that. And then you got Shakur stepping up and playing the way he's playing. And honestly, to be honest, 100, I think this is going to open up Keon Coleman now.
Without a doubt.
And so it's going to really work. And the way Josh Allen is playing, dog, I'm going to say this, and I've been saying this. People always want to get on Josh Allen. Josh Allen he's a video game player. Like, he's the type of player you want on your video game.
Yeah.
You know, that's how he's always been, because he's a winner. He's almost like a Brett Favre on steroids, because he can run the ball. Like, he's going to make that throw and try to win again. You know, he always, I think Craigman said it the best. Like, what's one thing about Josh Allen? He's going to try to make that play to win the game or whatever he can do.
But it sometimes hurt him.
It does. But that's
one
of those things that you take with them. It's not like Trevor Lawrence just like you look garbage right now. Josh is like, I could just make this throw. And that's every true gunslinger. Elway was like that. Paul was like that. I mean, that's just how it is with gunslingers. But the way Josh Allen's been playing this year has been phenomenal. You know, and to add Cooper, somebody who's not going to complain about getting the ball, that joke going to be quiet. You almost got to be like, Coop, you hear me? You listening?
Yeah.
You know, he might shake his head. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got to shake his pulse. Got to shake his pulse.
But you're going to get results. I think the better question is Cleveland blowing it up? Is Cleveland saying we're done, or are they just saying, you know what, it's not working? Maybe we could get something for next year. Or I mean, what do you think?
I don't think Cleveland blowing it up. I think they really did Amari a favor because it's definitely not working in Cleveland. And because they're so attached to Deshaun, and it's like we need to start getting off assets now because Deshaun's salary continues to go up each season. Mm-hmm. So they're like, we got to start saving money somewhere. So let's start with Coop. And one of these defensive stalwarts, they're going to probably be gone next. And like that Cleveland thing. So the Cleveland thing is just ugly. Yeah, man. Yeah. Give me chicken bowl, salmon. People would have had that on. I don't need none of your dreads in my eggs. Yeah, Cleveland got issues all them to themselves. But for Coop, I'm glad they got Coop up out of there.
Let me ask you, but do you think they moved on too fast? The only reason why I ask that is now we don't know how this guy's going to come back and play. Nick Chubb was a full participant in practice this week.
Yeah,
that's what I'm just saying. Do you think they?
But see, we got to be careful because full participant means really and truly that he just went through the first session all the way to the last session. Mm-hmm. That don't mean he lined up at tailback and he took all the reps. True. That don't mean that. That just means that from period 1 to period 17, he was a full. He didn't miss not one session. He didn't have it.
Yeah, right. He still could have had the yellow jersey, yellow joint on, whatever.
Yeah. He was here.
Yeah.
So you know they that's a real loose term. Right. He was a full participant. So
I think so, Vince. I think that makes Judy a number one wide receiver.
And that's terrible.
If that's gonna work though.
That's terrible.
I don't know if that's gonna work. But I think, like I said, if Chubb comes back and play, we'll find out later on. We definitely got to add this to follow this.
No.
But if he does come back and play, I think Chubb is gonna open it up. Now you're gonna see what they were last year with Deshaun. Because they were essentially the same team, except for Chubb.
Yeah, you know? I don't want Chubb to play.
Me neither. I
don't want Chubb to play. I'd rather see Chubb in 2025. I do not want to see Nick Chubb take not one carry.
He's still young.
Yeah, but the type knee injury he had.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he can wait. He's still young. Yeah, he can wait till next year. Yeah, he can still wait till next year to play.
Yeah, man, they giving you your money. It ain't really no need for you to be out there, Nick. Like, go back to Cedar Town in the off season, and then instead of squatting 800 pounds, squat 900 pounds, and then you know what I'm saying, come back next year. So yeah, Nick, don't do it, Nick.
Don't do it. Hey man, and you know what? We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep talking NFL, man. So we saw the Falcons go to Carolina and they beat
big win
Panthers 38-20. Big win, definitely a big win because it was a first time this season, whether they won or lost, that the game was completed without it coming down to the last drive. And luckily, it was the Falcons that was on top of this.
A little breathing room.
Right. And then we saw Tampa Bay beat the brakes. Who they played? They played
New Orleans.
Bro, they beat them jokers. And New
They went
Orleans
on a
pretty well.
27-0 run in the second half.
That's crazy. 51 points. So who do you believe in more at this point? Both teams are 4-2.
Dude.
Now, Falcons did beat Tampa Bay at the end with a game winning in overtime. I mean, so both of them is still like they're even. So that's why I asked you, who do you believe in more at this point?
I honestly, and it's because I've already said, and I said this before the season, if Kirk Cousins is healthy, I believe in the Atlanta Falcons more than I believe in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because I just think when you look at the Falcons roster, they were always, as they try to tell everybody, they were always a quarterback away. Now they have the quarterback who is getting more and more comfortable. And if you look at the way the schedule is starting to shape out for the Falcons and the way the teams are playing that the Falcons have coming up, the Falcons can run off a nice little winning streak to put themselves in a great position. They're already 3-0 division. If they go to Tampa Bay in a couple of weeks and beat Tampa again, you basically can almost wrap up the NFC South.
Right.
Because you figure you're going to probably beat New Orleans again because Derek Carr, there's no telling what it's going to be. And you already know the Panthers, even though, listen, you got to respect the Panthers because they're an NFL team. But it's nothing that the Panthers should do or you feel that they can scare you in any way. The game against Tampa in a couple of weeks is going to be crucial because, again, if the Falcons can win that game, they've all but wrapped up the NFC South. They would have to have a, super collapse. Mm-hmm. But the way the Falcons are playing right now, I trust the Falcons more than I trust Tampa Bay.
You know, I hear you on that, and I feel you on that. But this is confidence that Tampa Bay has, man. I don't know where they get it from. Maybe it's the Baker swag that he saw in college, and even when he was rookie year in Cleveland. But they just had this swag about them where they just like, we don't care what number, we don't care if anybody don't like us or think we're horrible. We're gonna beat everybody.
That'll help them. That'll help them for the wild card round. That'll help them.
Because the thing is, Atlanta has Seattle. Let me see who the Buccaneers have. I know Atlanta has Seattle next week.
Yeah.
And then Tampa has.
Then they go to Tampa.
Right. If Tampa somehow pulls this out, I'm not saying if they do or they don't, but if they could pull this out, then it'll show you. I mean, I think Tampa's for real anyway, but it'll really show you that this team is no joke. And to me, and the contrast between these two teams are they kind of mirror each other in a sense. They got two good running backs. The tight end's not that good. No, I'm just kidding. Kyle is starting to come on now. Kyle, you my dog. Kyle's starting to come on now. It's a good thing. But the wide receivers are about the same. They're both good. The difference is Atlanta, you have a pro in Atlanta. Somebody's going to come in and get the job done and do it what he's supposed to do. But then you got Baker who can make that play to get you over the hump and have that confidence to get the team, put them on his back. Hey, y'all, we're going to win this. So with that contrast, it's like what's going to happen when they do meet or throughout this season. That's the thing. Who's going to make the bigger mistake? Who's going to let their emotions affect the game the most?
Right.
Whether it's not having any emotion or having too much emotion. But I don't know, man. I think Tampa, I believe in both. It's hard to say I believe in one, and I believe in both. I think both going to be great. I still think Atlanta is built more to win just because of their defense. I think their offenses, besides Kyle, I think they mirror each other,
Yeah.
But I think the defense of Atlanta, that's the only thing that stands above. But yeah, still, man, like I said, what's the name? Swagger Dog is. And then you look at the coaches. Look at the coaches. They contrast. You look at your boy in Tampa.
Bowles.
Bowles is so old school, militant. When he mugging, when he's smiling,
he stay mugging.
When he's smiling, I don't know if he mugging or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
a little smirk. He smirk. He don't smile.
Right.
He smirk.
He smirk. Right. But he stay mugging. But then you got, he's just real quiet, no emotion. Then you got Raheem is the rah-rah guy. Raheem is all emotion. So yeah. But like I said, man, it's I can't pick. I'm not gonna lie, but I can't pick. It's hard for me to pick. Hard for me to choose. But let me ask you this. Speaking of choosing, are you surprised that they chose Russell Wilson? They're choosing him to start, barring no setbacks.
Nope. Not at all.
Fields.
Because they have to see what they have in Russell. I believe that they know what Justin is. They've kind of hit the ceiling with Justin in so many ways, as far as he's not the passer that Russell is. And I think for Pittsburgh, for them to win games, for them to compete in this division, they're gonna have to throw the football. And they got to throw the football at a much better clip than what Justin is throwing, because you got to think, in that division, Joe Burrow is in that division. Can Justin Fields win a shootout with Joe Burrow?
Right.
Can Justin Fields win a shootout with Lamar Jackson? Not saying Russ can, but you know that Russell can process the passing game a whole lot better than Justin Fields. And plus, at some point, you're going to have to get the deep ball implemented in this offense. And who throws a deep ball better than Russell Wilson? Because you got to get George Pickens. You got to get him involved, or he's going to tear up the locker room. He's going to be like, and he probably was sitting there when telling Arthur Smith, like, look here, man, I ain't finna hold y'all. But that dude can't throw the ball downfield to me, man. Like, I got to contort my body. I got to do. No, he can't hit me in stride.
You talking about Russ or?
No, Justin. Justin can't hit George Pickens.
You don't think?
No.
Oh,
bro, look at these catches that George Pickens has had to make. George Pickens, every wide receiver wants to, when they run the post, they want to run under the ball. They want to, when they run the 9, they want to, as they running, they want to hear the crowd and know, okay, now I look up because I already got them beat. But here come the ball, not me having to stop, jump, fight.
Can I say this though?
Over my shoulder.
But in the Fields' defense, except for the one pass he threw in the first game of the season, when George was running the post, then he cut back to the outside towards the corner and he hit him with that long pass before the half. Every deep pass Fields has thrown to him, that joker's been in the rest. He's been throwing off his back foot. He's about to get sacked. So and Russ can't make that throw anymore.
We don't know that.
Right. But you but you know what I think?
We don't know that.
It's funny you say that, because this is what I think. I really think that, and you saw it in the game against Dallas, it just felt like Smith was trying to sabotage Justin Fields. Like they're saying, okay, we got to get Russ in here. Let's make it look like he not, because they didn't want no passing plays against him. And it was like,
Ralph, they're saying that because Justin can't process the field. Now, it's nothing. I agree with that. He can't process the field, right? And there's nothing more mind-boggling when you know you got a play call and you got an automatic hot, you got automatic check. Dude, Justin can't get off one. And you see it all the time. He can't get off one to look back at two. Now, he won, he panicked, and then he trying to take off. Instead of, hey, keep your feet moving. Maybe climb the pocket, or maybe just slide to the right a little bit. Boom, there they go. Or you got to be able to feel, okay, I see the defense. And safety done walk down, so I know it's a hole right there. He can't get to that, and I think I just think the way that Tomlin mindset is, because he like, okay, we've gotten off to a very good start, but we can't continue to win games like this. I think the Dallas game really showed him, like, dude, I have a team in my division in Cincinnati who, they can't play no defense, but hell, they can score 30 points.
Right.
Can Justin Fields give us 30 points? I don't think so. And again, I don't know if Russ can give him 30 points.
Right. It's just more so we got to see. We got to see. Yeah.
They got to see, because listen, maybe what Russ went through in Denver and how he's been watching Justin, and maybe he's been learning. You know, he's sitting there like, hey, man, I'm ready to go. Because sometimes sitting is just that little that motivator. And it's probably been once or twice where he probably been ready to go. They like, ain't no need to rock the boat. Justin is doing it just fine. But their schedule is starting to say, hey, bro, if when Baltimore come to town, bro, Baltimore gonna go up 21-0 on us fast.
Right.
And now Justin gonna be out here throwing 7 picks. So they gotta see if Russ can play. They gotta see.
They gotta see.
They know what Justin feels. They can always go back to Justin. And Justin tripping. Justin ain't tripping. Matter of fact, I know Justin ain't tripping. Because Justin probably like, man, look here. I'm Gucci either way. You know, man,
Well, you
the option.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. If I'm with you, I think with Russ, the problem is because you don't have a Justin Fields. Now, we have to see if you can block. If they can't block for Russ, you got to go back to Justin Fields.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
If you can block for Russ, sky might be the limit. Because like you said, because Russ can process everything.
No.
Russ can throw that deep ball. That's one thing he's going to do is throw that deep ball. He's going to give you some shots. And Pickens, you're going to get a chance to run up under it because that's what he does, you know. But, yeah, you're going to be able to see that. But, I mean, I think, though, Pittsburgh they've got more than what they bargained for with Justin. Yeah. Just this year, you know what I'm saying? Because them to go 4-2.
Bro, he held it in the middle of the road. Everybody in Pittsburgh, and one of my odd hobbies that I have is real weird, but everybody should try it. Especially when a team loses. I like to tune into that city's sports talk radio.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's when you really get the goods. Mm-hmm. And even when they've been winning, the sports hosts, the callers, and Pittsburgh has some pretty knowledgeable fans. They've been winning for a long time. Everybody's like, this offense should be more. Justin Fields is just he's just this. Mm-hmm. Now, I mean, can he develop? I mean, we want him to develop, but he's been in the league long enough where you should start seeing
something.
Russ, it's time to. You should be on like chapter 7 of, you know what I'm saying,
right?
Of starting quarterback 101. And listen, no offense to your Bears, but I mean, y'all probably didn't do him a lot of justice.
No, they didn't. I've been saying that since. Yeah, they didn't.
And getting to Pittsburgh he's probably finally for the first, and he's even said it. He was on Cam Hayward podcast. He was just like, this and that, 9 day.
Really different, yeah.
9 day. But they didn't like what they've done for Caleb, they didn't do for Justin.
Because they didn't have Waldron and they didn't have all of that. Right. They didn't trust Justin enough to say, okay, let's go ahead and yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. And again, Russ may not be there also, but they gotta at least see. They gotta see.
I want to go back to what Antoine said. This may be both of their last opportunities. It can be, but I think, like he just said, like May said, I think Jalen has not Jalen, but Justin has more of a longer leash where it's like we can develop him because first of all, already they're winning with Justin.
Yeah.
So if you can develop and you're still winning, they would take that all day. I mean, but I think with Russ, it's a wrap. If Russ don't play well in this,
yeah. I mean, Russ getting longer too. I always think about this conversation I had with Steve Young when I was still coaching. I would go to all these clinics and because I coach quarterbacks, I would always just make sure I wanted to just talk to these different guys. Steve Young probably said like the singular most point that stuck out to me so much, and I just always, as I watch football games, and I just always think about it. Steve Young basically said, to win in the NFL, your quarterback has to be an elite thrower of the football.
Mm.
He can be good athlete. He can be all these things. If he is not an elite thrower of the football, you're not going to win Super Bowls. You're not going to compete. And I remember when he said that, and I just started thinking about all the quarterbacks who kind of got to the big stage, or the quarterbacks who we were like, oh, he was there. And I asked myself, is he an elite thrower of the football? He'd be like, nah, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
And you start thinking about Brady, elite thrower of the football. Pat Mahomes, elite thrower of the football. In Peyton's heyday, elite thrower of the football. Joe Montana, Troy Aikman.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you start thinking about some of the other guys. Nah, he's not elite. He's a good athlete. He's a good quarterback, but he's not an elite thrower. And Steve, dog, to hear Steve Young say, I never forget it, dog. It put it in such perspective for me. And I was just like, damn, he right.
Yeah.
He right about that. Because games are true in the NFL. Games are truly won in the pocket. And I think about, as we continue to watch this maturation of Lamar Jackson, some of these throws Lamar making these days, Lamar get it.
But you know what? So, and it's funny, I'm gonna put this question up, then we gotta go. But going to what you said, I'm gonna tie it to this. We saw that Lamar when he was in Louisville. I mean, people don't. I think people forget in Louisville. To me, his best year was the second year as playing at quarterback.
Yeah,
he was more of a leader. The throws he was making, he just didn't have the talent around him.
Yeah,
but you saw it his second year, the MVP year. He played well. Joker had 36 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But now you're starting to see. You saw it towards last year, and the last year. You see it this year, like you said.
Yeah.
Coaching. Justin Fields is definitely a different quarterback than he was in Chicago. I think more so because he's not reading it, but I think what he's doing better this year than he did in Chicago is it's not just so quick to just get up and run.
Right.
Where because you'll see he'd get out the pocket. He'd try to look at what he's doing now.
Well,
more so. And I think that's why. I mean, he has elite defense too, but I think he's making plays also this year where he wasn't making plays last year. I think they're giving him confidence, the coaching staff, and he's learning. He's still learning. You gotta understand. I don't care how, like you said, Mace. I don't care how long I've been in the 5th grade.
Yeah,
I've been in 5th grade, or just in school. Period. Just we won't say 5th grade, but we'd say we've been in school. Period. I've been in high school. But if my teacher sucks, all my teachers sucks through the first 3 years of my career, and then the 4th year, I get a teacher that's explaining it that understands me, and now I understand what they're saying.
Yeah,
it's still going to take me a while to get it and understand it to make it look good.
Yeah.
But the experience I have as far as it's been in high school, I can maneuver. Yeah. I still might not understand the process of 38 times 8 divided by 3 minus whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right. I still got to learn that because I wasn't taught that. Right. So I think he's playing better overall as far as learning the game than he did in Chicago. But he's still processing a lot of things that is like, and remember, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to be a starter yet for Pittsburgh. He didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
And it just took off like, and I don't even think they was processing him being a starter yet. Even though he should have been ready. I'm not saying he shouldn't have been ready, but I'm just saying I don't think this process was, all right, Justin, you're going to start from the first 4 or 5 games.
Right.
Versus, because you could tell the way they called the games from the first game, everything was run the ball, Justin run. He made some throws, but in the second game, then the third game, you start seeing progress, how they was calling, now they was letting him throw the ball. He's throwing for 300 yards and so on. Where the first 2 games, we're going to run this joker. We're going to keep throwing quick outs, wide receiver screens, and a quarterback whack, we're going to run. And, it's not like that now. So I just think, I still think he's learning because he's finally getting taught. I mean, I just think.
So for me, I just hadn't seen the progression that I want to see.
I agree. I know. I definitely agree.
And I only say that because these guys now, they do so much training. They do so much off-season training. They work with all of these gurus, and they're all together. It's just certain, like in year 3, it's just certain steps I want to see him take that he hadn't taken yet. And to your point, maybe he wasn't taught it, or maybe, like you say, maybe it's the teacher. But like, again, for me, I want to see you go from 1 to 2 to 3. I shouldn't have to still cut the field in half. I still shouldn't have to like say, man, if I'm sitting this meet, man, do we trust him to throw this? I shouldn't have that. But again, and he's even said it, he feels like this is the first year that he's been coached. So, I mean,
right, that's what I'm saying.
I think he's the same guy. I hadn't seen any progression in him, to be honest. I hadn't seen any progression in him because he still doesn't like. He's still like. We're still saying he's a running quarterback. We're still saying, oh, he's an athlete playing quarterback. And I just, when I hear that, I'm like, he's the same dude, man. He's the same dude.
No, I get it. And think about it, man. He's only thrown 1 interception this year. That's why I say he's getting better. He's only thrown 1 interception this year.
Yeah, because they don't trust him. They ain't throwing it around 35, 40, 50 times. He not taking 50 attempts like that.
No, he's not taking. He's not taking 50 attempts. No.
He's throwing the ball. They probably got a cap at about 35. That's too many.
Yeah, right.
That's too many for Justin Fields. Like, hey, brother, you're gonna get 25 throws, dude.
30.
Do what you gonna do with them 25 to 30 throws? Because I ain't letting you throw it all over the yard.
Do you?
Like that, brother.
That's true. We'll leave it at that. All right, man. Let's move on to college. So it's time for the nosy neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you go first, man. We're gonna put up the nosy neighbor, bro. And what is your nosy neighbor for this week coming up in college football?
Hey man, here we go. One more time. I've been on this neck. I'm on this neck again because I'm taking the G5 to Austin, Texas. And I'm looking at Mike Bobo one more time. I got my blenders, my Deion. I got my blenders on. And I want to see, can Mike Bobo, he failed the test in Tuscaloosa. He's going to pretty Austin, Texas. And I keep telling all of yous, if you've never been to Austin, Texas, please get to Austin, Texas. It's probably the cleanest city you've ever been in. It just smells like money, look like money. Can Mike Bobo on this stage, can he dial up a game plan better than Steve Sarkisian? Because if he can't, the Georgia Bulldogs are going to hold the second L of the season. I'm being real nosy. I'm all in Mike Bobo playbook, dog. I'm all in Mike Bobo playbook.
You in the playbook.
Mike Bobo. Bobo, what page we on? What page we on, Bobo? Oh, it's on the iPad. I don't see that, Bobo. Bobo, you ain't call. I ain't never seen that formation, Bobo. Yeah, I'm on Bobo neck, dog. I'm on Bobo neck.
I hear you, dog. But my nosy neighbor, man. I'm gonna stay on it, dog. I guess I'm like you, bro. I said it last week. I wanted to see what they were gonna do with the board when it started getting tight. If he's gonna get booed, what the Tuscaloosa fans was gonna do, it was getting tight, and it got tight. It got real tight for that Joker.
South Carolina should have won that game. Come on, South Carolina.
They should have won that game, dog. They should have won that game, dog. But now, dog, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I done been bold with it. I done peeked through. Now I'm acting like I'm doing like the other folks. I just say that I'm raking leaves. I'm acting like I'm raking leaves, dog. Acting like I'm cleaning the car, but not really. I'm checking in because now you're not playing Vanderbilt. You're not playing South Carolina. You're playing Tennessee.
Yeah.
What you gonna do, dog? What you gonna do? What is it that how you gonna have your team ready? Because it's up to you now. Yeah. The team. Hey, Miro can't say, "Hey, y'all, hey, it's on us." No, it's got to be on the coach now. You got to get them ready. This is what we brought you here for. You know what I'm saying?
I need all y'all to wear y'all Lank t-shirt. Lank. Euro clothing line, Lank.
Right. Dog, this is on the board. What are you going to do? How are you going to make this team better this week? Because you can't afford to get down or playing like you have been playing. This is week 8. You SEC now, dog. No more excuses. None. You knew it was going to be tough. But hey, like I said, I'm acting like I'm raking leaves. It ain't even no leaves on the grass. I'm acting like I'm raking leaves, dog. Acting like I'm sweeping, all of that, man. I might even bring my blower. Ain't nothing on the grass. Just acting like I'm cleaning up, being nosy, dog.
Don't even cut it on. Just be waiting.
Right.
They be like, hey, he ain't even blow. He ain't got a plug up. I ain't seen him.
Hey, you can see the plug unplugged, like it ain't even plugged up. You can see
it ain't got the battery pack in it. It look light in the back.
I'm being nosy, dog.
Be like, if at least had the battery, he wouldn't be swinging it that fast.
Right, just swinging it.
It'd be a little heavier.
Hey, man, I'm doing all that, bro, because I'm trying to see what is he going to do? How does he have them playing? That's my nosy neighbor, man. That's definitely my nosy neighbor. And then I want to get into, though, we saw the game Man, it was so many great games that it was definitely the game of the night or the weekend, but it was so many great games. But that game, Ohio State going up against playing in Oregon, it came down to the end of the game. The 12-man rule. Now, if you didn't know, so how it works is it's not the NFL. So in the NFL, because I'm not going to lie, Mace, I didn't know this. So while watching the game, I'm at the cigar bar. We at the bar. And when they called 12-man on the field, and they ain't put no time on it back, I'm like, yo, the clock wasn't supposed to run. They supposed to stop that. Because in the NFL, once the 12-man on the field, the whistle's blown.
They can run off,
Yeah. Or if the offense got the ball and the defense does it, but there's no time to go off. They don't even start to play if it's 12-man on the, you know what I'm saying? Well, if they do, it'll come back because there's no play. It's supposed to be no play. But it ran, and then there was only 5 seconds left. So on that play, it was essentially 12-man on the field. Now, this is how smart your boy, is it Lanny?
Landon. Mm-hmm.
This is how smart it is. He is. This is what coaching is, and this is when you know the rules. This is coaching.
Yeah.
So what he knew is, so this is how the rule goes. If it's 12-man on the field by the defense, and let's say 12 men are engaged in activity while the play is going on, whatever happens, the offense gets a chance to they can take the 5-yard penalty, and you put the time back on the clock when it first started. But this is what Lanny knew. But if it's 12 men on the field and one of the men are trying to get off the field, but he gets caught, the play goes on like it did, and the offense doesn't get that chance to reset the clock and everything like that. Dan admitted he knew that about the rule.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't trying to hurry. That's why he wasn't trying to hurry to get off the field.
Yep, and did it purposely. So it was brilliant. So now NCAA rules committee, they're trying to cut. They're saying we're not going to let that happen next year. So all the coaches are mad at Dan Lanny for coming out saying anything, because that's a great strategy.
Yeah.
But it was so many times. First of all, I missed this because going to the place, I missed the second half, most of the second half. But in the first quarter, Ohio State shouldn't have got anything. Remember the interception in the beginning where the tight end juggled it and the guy jumped on him and caught it?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have got that call,
Right.
But I still think and this sounds a quarterback, but of course we all know the quarterback should have went down beforehand and called timeout. You know what I'm saying? It was just whatever. But I don't know, man. I thought Ohio State was going to win that game. Because we talked about Ohio State. There's one team in the Big Ten that's prepared to play in the Big Ten, but go against a team like Oregon.
Yeah.
It's Ohio State.
Yeah. They ain't 2 versus 3, so they were definitely evenly matched.
Right.
I think you would probably have to give the edge at the quarterback position to Dylan Gabriel. I think Dylan Gabriel is a better quarterback than Will Howard. Ryan Day continues to prove in these type games he's just not. It's like he's not a big game coach. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like when he loses, he don't lose often, but when Ohio State lose with him on the sideline, you always sitting there like, man, I mean, you can point to a series of things.
Yeah.
And you just like, why weren't they, and so you got a lot of Ohio State people like, well, we spent all this NIL money on these defensive guys. Y'all told me we had the best secondary in America. We got this guy. We got this guy. They talked about the 2 5-star DNs who ain't got to the quarterback yet.
Mm-hmm.
And we say this all the time. This is why we play the game. I mean, we can write all this stuff down and you can tell me why he gonna win and why they gonna win. But when we get between these lines, and my dad used to say, well, my dad was a psycho coach. He would say this stuff all the time. Hey, man, I wouldn't care if they had Tony Dorsett over there at y'all age. We're going to tear his ass up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the game has to be played. We can't talk it. And that's why I don't like watching pregame shows too much, because they super overanalyze everything.
Right.
And
Yeah,
it's like, if they love you, I mean, they going to swing. I mean, you going to swear that, especially like Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer swear Ohio State just can't be beat. Now, they couldn't be beat when you were there,
Mm-hmm.
but Ryan Day can't seem to win these games that supposedly matter. So,
You know what? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just saying, like, so you look at, like, and we talked about Lanning. It's like Lanning has been like this Oregon program. You just feel like, hey, man, I don't know what he's selling out there, but he be having mugs ready to go.
Yeah. Okay. You know what it is? You're right. You know what it is? Shout out to D-Led. D-Led from Ohio. He's an Ohio State fan. He said Ryan Day is too soft. He said he's too nice. You think about Tressman? Tressman was it Tresser? I mean Tressler. He was mean.
Jim Tressler was a jerk.
Jerk, mean.
Yeah.
Urban, mean.
Yeah.
Look at all the greats at Ohio State. Mean.
Woody Hayes.
Oh, super. But you look at Ryan Day, nice guy. I want to hang out with him. Want to be around him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
That's why
nice guys finish last. Nice guys finish last. My boy. Yeah.
You're right. And so it's not going to work until Ryan Day is out of there or he changes approach. Because Ohio State is not meant for a coach to be. They're not a nice team.
But can he change his approach?
And that's why I said the other option, he got to go. Because they hadn't done anything since he's been there, right?
Nah, they can't win that big one. They can't get over the hump.
No, so it might be he can recruit all day long, but
he can recruit all day. But again, Ohio State is one of these schools where they're always going to be top 5 in recruiting. They got all the resources in the world. Mm-hmm. But again, comes down to, can you put your team in the perfect position to win these games?
Right. That's not right.
Whether you're going to blame your defensive coordinator, whoever, it's enough blame to go around. It is. But those wins and losses, I remember when I was offensive coordinator and my head coach, he was like, hey, I need this done. Because they ain't going to be talking about you won and lost the game. They go on me. So if I say I want to see a run right here, run the ball.
Right.
So, this ain't your team.
It's my team. I'm the one.
I ain't never picked up the paper and they say offensive coordinator won this game.
Right.
Offensive coordinator lost this game. They say Gary Cantrell and his team lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, buddy. Head coach. This on you, brother. It's on you, brother. Like, y'all can talk about Jim knows all you want. His defense. Who hired him?
Yep. I agree.
You don't like him? Get rid of him.
So do you think? So are you surprised that with Oregon, you got these new teams, Texas, or these teams is going to a new conference, different conference, and dominating? I even shocked with. I know we ain't said anything about I try to keep from not saying anything about them, but even surprised and shocked with and proud of Colorado for how they played KSU.
Yeah.
And they came down to the end with Travis Hunter being hurt.
Yeah.
So, but are you surprised, Base, that they're coming in? Even though we knew Texas was a powerhouse, they were good. Yeah. We knew Oregon, what they did last year, but still going to a different conference where we know the Pac-12 is tissue paper. Yeah. They were good last year, but it's the board tell you that. No. We knew the Big 12 is different from the SEC, totally. But for them to come in and do what they're doing, are you shocked?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Or surprised, not shocked, surprised.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm not shocked or surprised.
Okay.
For one, because they haven't created these like natural rivalries. These teams kind of come in with an advantage because you don't really know them.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It's like playing your division. Your division ain't gonna be played tough because y'all see each other twice. Mm-hmm. And y'all just get this rapport. Y'all don't really know Oregon. Y'all don't really know USC or whoever comes in. It's like you got to get to know them. And then with the transfer portal and NIL, it's just truly leveled the player field. I mean, just imagine if Dylan Gabriel picks. Imagine if he picked Florida State, because Florida State was on this track on one of his schools to commit to, but they wanted DJ. So imagine if Dylan Gabriel goes to Florida State instead of Oregon.
Right. True. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Oregon would have been stuck with DJ Uyule. So imagine how this season would be going right now. So, dude, the transfer portal has leveled the playing field so much. And I think if you ask Alabama, you ask Georgia, hell, you ask Ohio State. Because these kids, once upon a time, you would have like 3 5-stars on your depth chart. Guys would truly wait their turn.
Right.
These kids now like, bro, why am I going to sit behind these two dudes when they need a cornerback? They need a safety. Now I can go play right now.
Right.
Talking about some wait 2 years, man. GTFOH coach out of here. So the playing field is super level in college football now, and it really comes down to almost like the pro quarterback play. Can you bring in those right couple of pieces that fits your team? Not a guy who's gonna just come in. I'm just making a pitch stop. Again, think about if Cam Ward didn't choose Miami. Mm-hmm. Miami had a quarterback since Ken Dorsey.
Right.
If we're being honest.
Right. Yep.
You insert Cam Ward, who about a 8th year senior, so he done seen it all. So now he ain't rattled when they down 25 points. Hey, he done played 30 years of college football. Hey, he should be in the NFL.
It's 30 years in the NFL.
Look, have his recruiting class, finna get a new contract. He's still
Oh man. Bro,
will you hurry up and leave? Like,
bro, right, bleed.
You got another year. What?
Man, that's true. So that makes sense. That's true. I agree.
So, man. That's funny.
Let's transition into the NBA, bro.
Hey.
Start next year, bro. Start next week. Season about to start. So I want to ask you. Well, no, you know what? Forget asked. We just gonna go through this. We're gonna give our predictions, man. And we're next week we'll talk Hawks and we'll talk certain teams we like and all of that. But we're about to give our predictions right now as far as who's going to get, these awards. And we're going to start off right now with the Rookie of the Year award. I'm going to tell you mine.
Okay.
You know what, man?
You're going to laugh at mine, but
The funny thing is when this guy got drafted, I would have never said he was going to start. Or I would never say he was going to play enough or be good enough. I really think Zachary Rich should say, go get Rookie of the Year, man. He don't have no Chico. He's going to get the most playing time.
Yeah.
He's going to be underestimated because of his size, but he can play ball. I mean, and then he has the most experience of playing basketball.
Yeah.
That's who I really believe that. I was thinking, like, looking at, because I was thinking, because Conley's going to start, but I was thinking Dillingham might be the guy that surprises everyone. You know, I like I like Shannon too from Minnesota, but Terrence Shannon. But I just think Richard said he's going to have the best opportunity because he's going to play. He might be starting it by the second half of the season.
Yeah,
but he's going to get the best chance of playing. He's already been playing well in the preseason. It's preseason, but still, you know. So I think he's going to get it, man. Believe it or not.
No. Well, my pick, and partly your fault for my pick for Rookie of the Year, because if you didn't make this phone call on this day in December, I would have never got to see this guy first up close and personal. Reed Shepherd.
Oh yeah, Reed. Yeah.
Yes, my Rookie of the Year pick. I just
that dude is a beast, dog.
I think Houston is gonna just put him in so many situations, and don't get mad, everybody. Do not get mad at this, but because he is a white hooper and he can do some things in open court, and they're gonna fall in love with him, and they're gonna be like, every time he do something, it's gonna be way more oohs and ahs than all these other guys. Reed Shepherd, my boy, is my NBA Rookie of the Year.
I could definitely see that. Reed Shepherd is a beast. I just know he a beast. That dude can play. I just wonder, and it fits him, but this day and age, you playing against these rookies. I mean, you playing against these point guards almost rule the league now. I just wonder how long will he be able to stand, you know, against defensively playing against a Luka one.
Yeah, man. He may gonna move him around, man. Oduka gonna be like, man, nah, man, get out.
Then he got to go against Kyrie though. Like that Dallas team,
coach ain't gonna put him in that fire like that.
But no, that's a good pick. But I that'd be my second one. I think Dillingham's gonna be good, but I think Reed Shepherd is set up because he's starting too.
Yeah.
But we'll see. That's good. I like Reed. I saw him in Summer League. That dude was
That's my pick.
Coach of the Year. What you got for Coach of the Year?
So this one was kind of tough because it was almost like I know who they want to win it. But I think he's gonna keep a haircut all season this season because he finally won chip. Joe Mazzulla, my boy.
Whoa.
I'm going Joe Mazzulla because if he can get this Boston team to go back to back and manage whatever all that stuff going on, new shoe deals and beef with other superstars out west, if he can get these guys locked in and they go bell to bell and he keep a haircut this year, I go Joe Mazzulla, man. That's my pick for Coach of the Year.
Okay. So my Coach of the Year, I don't think did he win it yet? I don't know if he's won it yet, but I think he gets it this year because I think they're gonna have the best record in the West this year. Jason Kidd.
Ooh.
I think Jason Kidd gets it this year, and I think Dallas is primed to have the best record in the West. I think what happened last year, they finally got to the finals, and then they gotten better. Lively gonna be a second year, but then you add a shooter and Clay. I just think that's all Luka needed.
That's dope.
Or Kyrie needed is gonna open up So I just think Jason had a taste of it. The players had a taste of it. They believe now. This will be another year where Luka and Kyrie play together. Then them young Bulls they got. Yeah, I think they get the. I think Jason wins it this year.
I like that.
6th man of the year.
Is 6th man of the year. So this guy that I picked, he just a certified. I can't call him an OG, but he just a certified baller. When he just instant offense. My dude Malik Monk, baby, 6th man of the year, baby. Malik Monk.
That's who I had. That's who I have. Yep, Malik Monk. Yeah, Malik is instant. He old school.
Like Vinnie Johnson, baby, like the microwave.
Yeah, he instant. Just
soon as he come in, he warm. He warm. Soon as he take it, soon as the horn go off, he shoot. Soon as he come in, he shoot.
Yeah, instant. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Is there anybody else who I see coming in getting? You know who might get it? And he's probably playing on the best team. I think he's going to be coming off the bench no matter what. And I believe this team is right for him. And I believe I liked him with the Clippers though, but I think Russ playing with Denver.
Yeah. It's so, man, it's so much. And I thought about Russ. It's just so much Russ hate out here, man.
It is, bro.
I don't like the Russ slander, man. I don't like the Russ slander, but
you gotta understand, he's playing with a right. You're right. No, I hate it either. I hate it also. But he's playing with a team now that is loved between everyone else. Is loved by everyone else.
Yeah.
Denver has no haters. They're all good people.
Yeah,
Mike Malone is one of the greatest.
I'm talking about the media. The media be
right. That's what I said. They're not
hating on Russ, man.
The media love Denver though.
Man,
and I think that might bring y'all. Man.
What did Russ do to y'all?
Nothing. It's following a trend. That's all it is. Yeah. All right. Most improved.
Dude, to me, this is, and it's gonna be funny saying this, but I think because his role is gonna expand, he's going to become a certified superstar this year. He resides in the ATL, baby. Jalen Johnson, dog. I think Jalen. I think he is going to, now that DeJounte gone, he is our true de facto number 2. And I think the world is going to get to see kind of what we already know. He was showing glimpses of it last year. He had that little couple of injuries down the stretch. But I think he is primed for a super breakout season, man. I think everybody's going to be around here like, hey, man, JJ a dog. That's a dog right there.
No, I get that. I'm with that. That's a good one. See, you know what? I think they're gonna do this because you're about to see him get back to what we saw in this past. And they'll usually do this. If you have a slump year, then you come back and play well. And Clay comes back and play with a vengeance. I think Clay Thompson's gonna get it, man. I think they're gonna say
now they're gonna push that agenda. Clay got to stay healthy though.
He got to stay healthy. But I think now he's not gonna play them heavy minutes.
Right.
It's not gonna be pressure on him now.
Definitely not gonna be no pressure on him.
You know, because we they had Curry, but no matter what, it was still Curry and Clay. And no matter how hurt he was,
Splash Bros. Yeah, say Splash Bros.
Now when you got Kyrie there and you have Luka there.
Luka.
I mean, you kind of forget about Clay, you know, and I think Clay is going to be able to shoot and play to where he don't have to worry about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about how he's got just shoot.
Yeah.
Just shoot and score. You ain't even got to defend like that. MVP.
Ooh.
if you notice where I'm going with mine,
Yeah, I can't see where you're going.
you already know it's Luka, dog.
So
It's
when I
Luka.
give you my MVP, it's gonna answer another question that we're gonna talk about.
Okay. And that's why I got Luka. I think and the only reason why I say Luka's always been close, but
Yeah,
again, trifecta, or might be more than that, but
yeah,
Coach of the Year, Jason Kidd,
yeah,
Sixth Man of the Year, Clay. And now if I said I think they're gonna have the best record in the West. They have the best record in the West.
Yeah.
No doubt. If any of them years Dallas had the best record in the West, Luka was winning the MVP.
Right.
But this year I think they get there.
Because they damn sure be wanting to give it to him.
Yeah. But I think this year, and not saying he's not worth it either, because he definitely is. But like you said, they definitely want to. They want to give it to him, but it's like, no, we can't. But I think he gets it this year. I'm going with Luka Doncic.
My MVP. And I think he got robbed last year. I'm going SGA for MVP.
Yeah,
I think he got robbed. I think the boy got robbed last year. I think the fix was in. I think SGA should be MVP.
Yeah, it should. It should. You know, I thought about, well, we'll get into that. All right, so finals matchup.
Woo!
So who you got in the East?
Man, come on, man. I talked about it earlier, man. Got them Celts, man. Them Celts gonna run it back. I ain't gonna say they're gonna win it, but they're gonna come out the East. It's gonna be hard to beat them in the East. It's just gonna be hard to beat them in the East.
You know what? I almost want to give them up. I almost want to say, I'm not gonna pick them anymore, but it's two teams, man. If they can stay healthy, this is the year where finally you get Philly in there, man. If they can stay healthy, I'm gonna tell you, I think the biggest difference is getting to Paul George, because now you have a player that can kind of play in between to do all of that and still play elite defense. It's going to kind of take pressure off of Embiid. So, because now you got the in-between player. All these years, you didn't have that in-between player in Philly. But now you got someone who can post up, who can have a mid-range. It's not just we're going to shoot threes. He could drive to the hole. You got Maxey. You got Embiid. It's going to work out. This was the piece that they needed. This was the piece that they were missing. Embiid has to stay healthy, though. But if Embiid, and that's a big if, but if Embiid was able to play like he did last year, even at the end when he was hurt, and you had a Paul George there, they might have won that series against New York. So that's who I have. That's my East team. Who do you have?
I got Boston, but it's funny.
Boston,
it's funny you say that, because I think Paul George gonna be the problem there. I listen. Paul George just don't do it for me, dog. He just don't do it for me, man. Super skilled, all of these things. I just don't think it's in his DNA to win it all. Dog. I don't think he built like that, dog. And I think that Philly crowd, I think that Philly crowd gonna get to him, dog. I don't know if he's tough enough to handle Philadelphia, dog.
I think it might push him because I don't think he's like he's not to me. Harden is like that where Harden lets the crowd get to him, and that's not PG. PG just
well, it ain't had to be that way because he knew what you call was taking all the bullets out there in LA.
Right.
So it was like, well, shit, all I gotta do is play 60 games because Kawhi gonna miss. He gonna miss 45. So if I just show up now, see, Philly is so, and you know this. If you listen to anything come out of Philly, people just think add Paul George, serve.
Mhm.
I just think he is going to let them people die. And I think come like March and April, they're gonna be sold with Paul George and he definitely don't need to use the name Playoff P in Philadelphia. He need to just throw that out the window.
But let me ask you though, do you think the reason why it's gonna work, and this is the reason why I think it's gonna work? This is the first time and he had it for like half a season, but they let him go. And there was a basket that bounced and kept bouncing, spinning around the rim, hit the backboard, went under the rim, still was stuck to the rim, and came back and went in for Kawhi. That beat Philly, but that year when he had Jimmy Butler, that was the, you know what I'm saying? That was the year like they could have, and I think. But my point is, since then and before then, they didn't have Embiid didn't have nobody that could do that and that could play that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But I think not. And then PG never had a center, and he wasn't a man in the center that could ride a coattail of and be that guy. And then you still got Maxey around there playing. And so, I mean, I'm just saying, I think it could work. I think it could work. All right, who's your Western team?
Hey, man, SGA, baby. OKC, I think them young boys, they learned some lessons last year. I think SGA is going to put them boys on his back, and he's going to say, saddle up. All these jokers out here out west, they like them, and they like them. We finna take care of them, man. I got OKC giving everybody work in the West.
Okay. I have they might have learned. I said last year was too early. We're gonna move quickly, but I think it's Dallas, man.
Yeah,
I think this is the year. No, I'm sorry. I'll take that back. No, I don't think it's not. Dallas in the conference finals. You know who I think it is? Minnesota. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to say that. I think Minnesota gets there this year. I think Julius Randle is the guy, and I almost put him as my most improved, but I don't know if he played enough games to be able to get that or miss enough games. But either or, I think Julius Randle gives you what Cat didn't give you in Minnesota. Was that toughness. He ain't got to worry about the New York crowd. It's in Minnesota. We know he's going to be aggressive. You know he's going to be aggressive all day. Randall, he's going to shoot, but he's going to rebound, but he's going to be aggressive. And he's not the number one guy. With an ant, I think their mentality meshes. That's all Minnesota needed last year. If Cat would have stepped up like that and played the way we expect him to play big, which Randall's going to play his size and bigger, I think it's going to be Minnesota and Philly, bro. I got Minnesota. All right, y'all. That wraps up that segment. We're gonna take a quick break, man, before we bring in family. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Have a sports injury? Need to see an orthopedic doctor? Ortho Atlanta is one of Metro Atlanta's largest orthopedic and sports medicine practices, providing orthopedic and sports medicine care for the whole family. With 37 physicians and 14 offices, the practice provides the highest level of care for injury of muscles, joints, bones, and spine. Ortho Atlanta offers convenient access to a full range of musculoskeletal surgeons and specialists. Ortho Atlanta also offers on-site physical therapy, pain management care, MRI imaging, and workers' compensation care. The Ortho Atlanta surgery centers in Austell and Fayetteville provide cost-effective, same-day surgical procedures in an accredited outpatient center. Hip, knee, shoulder, back pain? Ortho Atlanta has you covered with specialists in all areas. Same-day appointments, orthopedic care for the whole family. Ortho Atlanta, Atlanta's choice for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Learn more at www.orthoatlanta.com.
Hey, this is Earl Campbell.
Hey, it's Chuck the Iceman Liddell.
This is Emmett Smith, and you're listening to 3 Point Conversion.
All right, we are back inside the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge, and it's time to bring in family in the building. We have our cousin, orthopedic for Ortho Atlanta, the one and only Dr. Donnie Fowler III. What's going on, Doc?
How you doing, fellas?
We're good, sir. How are you doing?
Real quick, Doc said something real funny in our group chat today. Listen, we need to go back and check the tape. I did not take the Dallas Cowboys last week. I did not. Check the tape. I did not take the Dallas Cowboys last week.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
And it's on the text chain.
It's on the text chain.
The text chain, I promise y'all, autocorrect. Go check the tape from last week. It's no way. Listen, in my prop bets, in my pick 'em, I did not take Dallas. I know I didn't take Dallas. I know I didn't. So we need to check the tape.
I don't have that, but Mr. Controversy can.
We can go back and watch the video. That I saw that.
I can't see it.
I
You got
saw
it
that.
here, bro.
I think autocorrect got me because I spelled Dallas so much in my phone. I know I
You said on the video you said Dallas.
No, I didn't.
I thought we agreed.
I did not take Dallas.
I'm gonna check it.
Or
Okay,
maybe I
I'm
did.
check it.
But check the video. I know I didn't take it.
You heard it.
He sounds like all the Dallas fans after
look
they lost. Like
look what
I wasn't riding with Dallas. No.
Look what hat I'm wearing today. I was with the D.
Well, it's a good thing they got a bye week, so you don't have to worry about picking the wrong team.
I can't lose this week.
No.
I had to cut my phone off Monday because I got tired of the how about them cowboy texts. Like, everybody leave me alone.
I didn't text you.
I know it, and I appreciate that, Doc.
But I still enjoy the memes that I see on social media afterwards. So, and I was gonna say I came in listening to your segment late, so maybe you talked about maybe you didn't, but I didn't hear you mention one of the new key pieces of the Philadelphia 76ers, one Jared McCain that I think is gonna light things up even as a rookie. So
rookie Jared McCain from
kid can hit from anywhere on the court, and they're not going to be able to guard him with those other guys out on the floor. So he's going to get a lot of looks.
He should be. I just know in summer league he looked horrible. He looked like he was.
Just bear with him. I'm just saying.
Okay. Doc, so we go. Speaking of that Detroit Dallas game,
can we not talk about that? I'm just sorry. Keep going. I'm over it now. It's Wednesday. I'm over it now. I moved on.
So, Ada Hutchinson, we saw him get injured on Sunday. It was gruesome. I don't know if you were able to see from looking from through the TV, whatever. Was it a clean break? Whether it is or it wasn't, do you expect him to come back at the start of the season? Or will it be like how it was with Chubb?
Yeah, so obviously terrible. It might sound barbaric, but as an orthopedic doctor, when those things happen, you definitely go back and find the different video feeds to watch it and see what happens, so you can kind of figure it out.
It's your job. That's your job.
Yeah,
eating popcorn and eating
yeah,
lasagna, eating
yeah.
it.
So
Go ahead.
it's not to make light of the situation. It's just
right. But
it's
just what you do.
it's what we do, and
More fault.
and we get I mean, not excited about it, but
it's intriguing.
we get curious. So
Right.
so I mean, yeah, unfortunately it looked like his leg whipped around and just struck directly on his teammates on his tibia, and it does look like it truly clean snap, probably both tibia and fibula. And honestly, well, one, I don't think, as far as I heard or saw, that it was open, because some of these really bad ones, sometimes, an open fracture means the bone is actually coming through the skin. And that's a much bigger deal, because you worry about infection, like what happened with Alex Smith,
Right,
Washington, and some things like that. So I don't think the bone came through the skin. And in a way, you'd actually rather have a fracture in the middle of your leg bone than blowing out your ACL or blowing out your Achilles, because it's not around a joint. There's no like major ligaments or soft tissue stuff that you got to worry about. So it usually heals a lot better and a lot more predictably than trying to come back from some kind of major joint issue. So honestly, as an orthopedic, I'd take a mid-shaft tibia fracture over an Achilles or ACL any day of the week. So assuming there's no complications, I would expect him to be back by next season. Honestly, I mean, rooting for the guy for sure, heart and soul of that defense and that city probably. But I mean, he could be probably walking in 6 weeks, assuming all is going well, and probably running in 3 months. And I mean, football season, I mean, if you really think about September, I mean, that's still 11 months out when the season's going to start. So I think it's very real that he'll be back by the beginning of next season. Terrible injury, but in a way, almost like a better place to get hurt than around a joint.
Doc, is that like a reset, or is that like the steel rod?
Yeah, probably put a steel rod down inside his tibia, top to bottom. And they may have put a little plate on the smaller fibula bone on the outer part of his leg, but really it's just you drop a rod right down the center of that tibia that holds it, and then the bone heals around it. And if anything, it should be stronger than what it was before, because now you got a titanium rod inside the bone too. So,
Jesus. Whoa, let's talk Nick Chubb, Doc. He was a full participant in practice for the Cleveland Browns. I don't know what that means, because it's the damn Cleveland Browns. But do you see Chubb playing Sunday? Is he playing soon? How soon should we expect to see one Nick Chubb?
Yeah, well, I mean, Cleveland needs any kind of positive vibes at this point. So, they're trying to find some good in this and get Chubb out there, because again, another guy, heart and soul of his team, and terrible to have that second injury kind of after a major one back when he was at Georgia. So, I mean, technically from when they opened the window, I think that by next Wednesday, the 23rd, is when he would have to be activated, or he's done for the rest of the season. So that means that either he's playing this weekend, or he's playing by next weekend, or he's done for the season. I don't think he's done for the season. It sounds like he's going to be out there this Sunday. Do I think he's going to get his Nick Chubb 20-plus touches? No, I think you got to be crazy to do that to a guy coming off a second major knee injury, and whoever would do that should be committed. So if he's on your fantasy team, unless you're desperate, like at maybe a flex play, I'm probably not putting him in my lineup that first game back, because I think he might get 10 touches and kind of eased in. So I wouldn't expect a ton of production right away, but I'd be excited just to see the guy back out on the field and hopefully touching the rock.
Well, he might 10 plays might be better than what Ford is giving you. So Jerome Ford, that joker, horrible in fantasy. So I might take 5 plays from Chubb. At least Chubb might break one for 98 yards or something like that. But All right, sticking with the running backs. Jordan Mason, he was limited in practice with a shoulder injury. You saw he left the game last Thursday night with that injury. Do you think he will be able to play? And if so, I mean, do you trust him with a shoulder injury, especially with him being so physical?
Yeah, he like to drop that shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he will play. They're calling it an AC joint, which is like a shoulder separation type deal. So, I mean, typically that's more of a pain thing than anything, where they try to pad it up as well as he can, because obviously, yeah, he lowers his shoulder, he takes a hit. It's going to hurt. But certainly it's like a better injury to take than like a hamstring or a calf or a knee or something lower extremity on a running back. Give me a shoulder all day long. So I think there's certainly a realistic chance that he plays. I think they kind of need him out there. They've had a lot of issues. Of course, McCaffrey, who knows when he's coming back, and still got some wide receiver stuff. I know Debo's limited to start the week. So they need as many weapons out there as they can, especially playing the Chiefs. So I would expect to see him back. I mean, certainly you want to follow, his practices the next couple of days, but I would be surprised not to see him playing.
Yeah, and we're gonna stay running back one more time because one James Cook, he missed last week. He had the toe injury. I don't know if I guess it's turf toe.
Do we call it turf toe anymore? Like I haven't heard that in a minute.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah,
Go ahead. My bad, Mace.
Yeah, so I mean, Doc, he missed last week, of course. What do you think is his chance? What are his chances for getting back on the field this week? Because I know he has a lot of fantasy implications for a lot of people, me included. So yeah, your diagnosis on one James Cook in turf toe or non-turf toe. Like, say, what are we calling it today?
Yeah, no, I mean, turf toe still exists. I don't know maybe why they don't reference it so much, but very common injury where basically you stretch out the soft tissue right underneath the ball of your foot, like underneath the big toe, and obviously that's very painful, and you can't really push off or explode if you can't push off from the front part of your foot. So it's a real thing for sure, and tough to shake. They haven't ruled him out. As far as the best thing I've read, that they're saying there's a chance. Not a good sign coming off did not play this past Monday night, and not as much then rest time. But I think, again, something you got to watch, because I think some people probably got put in a tough position if they had him in their lineup, and then obviously it came down. I forget when they announced him inactive on Monday, but I know some people probably didn't have much of a choice what to pivot to if they left him in the lineup. So I guess I would keep an eye on it. I think there's a chance, but turf toe or whatever you want to call it, assuming that's what it really is, those are tough injuries to come back from, especially as a running back.
Well, I had turf toe. Well,
yeah, I had it before. That's
awful.
Injury. Yeah, I mean not injury, but painful, very, very painful. One more question come from the chat. We got like 30 of them, but we're gonna pick one. Cooper Kupp. So they're saying that he's practicing individually. He's not practicing with the team, but McVay came out and said that it's a possibility he's moving towards the right direction. He could play.
Yeah, he was a full gear today, Ralph, on according to the Rams Instagram.
Oh, he was? Okay. I thought I knew
helmet, shoulder pads on. He couldn't, all that good stuff.
Was he by himself though? Because I know they said he was on the sideline.
Nah, he was doing individuals. So
yeah, that's what they say, individuals.
Right.
But he was practicing whatever. So what do you think he will play Sunday?
Again, I think there's a good chance. And Cooper Kupp always makes me nervous. Not the first time we've gone through injuries with him, as talented as he is. So I keep a close eye on things. I mean, obviously, if he is healthy, I feel like he's probably going to be out there for a full complement. And Nakua is still obviously on IR, as far as I know. So he would, I'd assume, get a lion's share of targets if he's out there. So if he's active, and more than likely, you probably didn't draft him in the first round, but you probably drafted him in the second or third round. So more than likely, if he's active, you don't have like three receivers that are better than him on your team. So more than likely, you're going to play him.
All right, Doc. We definitely appreciate you. And Doc, why don't you stick around, man? Because it's time to get through these picks, man, and we're gonna make sure we listen carefully, so we know who's picking who. But so the first game,
Shout out to Detroit.
first game we got, but they beat your team so bad, make you change your pick after the game.
I've been wearing Detroit Tiger stuff all week.
All right, we have the first game. We got Houston at Green Bay. Doc, we're gonna leave it to you.
Yeah, I'll say all 4 games look like great games that you guys picked for the slate this week. I mean, this is a tough one. Both teams have been playing well. If I'm not mistaken, it's in Green Bay, and ultimately being at home at Lambeau is probably what pushed me the most towards Green Bay. Houston has been good. I mean, obviously, I think they're 5-1, but I feel like most of their wins have been pretty ugly. They're down Nico. Not that they don't have other weapons on offense, but I actually like Green Bay's offense a little better with some of the weapons around Jordan Love. They're playing at home. I think they both have very good defenses. I think they're very well matched, but give me Jordan Love and his weapons over CJ Stroud at home in Lambeau. And that's where I'm going. So,
all right, Mace.
So I took Houston in this game simply because the Joe Mixon factor. I think having Joe Mixon back and my dude Will Anderson is playing outstanding football on that defense. Jesus Christ. And DeMeco Ryans, now that they're going to Lambeau Field, so his shirts are real small at home, so he's probably gonna wear a smaller shirt on the sideline. Like I need this guy to stop doing curls before the game. Like, dude, get a bigger dry fit shirt, coach. But for all those reasons, I'm taking Houston because coach, he's in better shape than LaFleur. Even though LaFleur is this great looking guy, but give me the guy in the small. Yeah, I'm going Houston.
I'm going Houston as well, just because of like Doc made some great points. Mace made some great points, but just for the simple fact that he's turned this team into a gritty team.
Yeah.
If you look at the team, it looks like it has the makes of being a pretty boy team, or if we don't win by 30 or 20 something, we're gonna lose.
That could Matt LaFleur looks so good. He's such a good looking guy.
Yeah, right.
He should really cut that out. He should really be modeling. Jesus.
But yeah, man, DeMeco Ryans has turned this team into a gritty, we're not gonna be that. If we can't beat them by 15 or more, we're gonna lose. We can win every type of game. And then you see it was a great pickup to go ahead and pick up his name just went up, left my mind. My guy from Buffalo, wide receiver. But it was good to pick him up. Diggs. Yeah, good to pick Diggs up, and it's paying off. So you don't lose. Yes, you lose as much as far as a whole, but you don't really lose as much because Diggs can be that number one guy. Go down the field, but more of a possession guy as well, even though Nico was killing. So, but I have Houston winning that game. All right. Mace, Detroit, Minnesota, who you have?
So I'm obviously taking Detroit, everybody. I'm taking Detroit. Got the D on. But Minnesota, the last time we saw Minnesota, Sam Darnold was the clock was turning 12. And, saying that glass slipper was coming off. This Detroit team, remember how we all laughed at Dan Campbell? It ain't funny no more. It's not funny at all no more. So if you want to bite your ankles off, coach, bite people ankles off. Give me Detroit, man. I ain't looking back. Give me Detroit.
And I just hope Minnesota, they're not scared because Dan Campbell would have talked like Hulk Hogan on everybody. Yeah, brother. Because you know what, brother? He always do that. Like,
24-inch pythons.
Right. But I think that what we saw with Darnold, it was due to Robert Saleh, just know how to coach defense.
Who is Robert Saleh? Who is that? Never heard of him.
So the fact that they're going against a Detroit team that's really not that good defensively. Yeah, we saw them. They did against Dallas, but throughout the season, they haven't been good at all. I think you start to see Minnesota return back to what they are because they're a well-coached team. Even in that loss, even in that bad play, offensively, the defense is that good. So, I doubt that you're going to be running the hook and lateral with the offensive tackle this week. So, give me Minnesota.
They beat Dallas so bad. They had linemen lined up at receiver, man.
That was so disrespectful. I'm
sick of it.
Oh my God! But yeah, so give me Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm going Detroit. Minnesota has been obviously formidable. They're undefeated. They're playing at home. But, there's just something about this Detroit team, how they play. It's tough losing Aiden Hutchinson. I feel like they're going to rally around that.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that I'm really excited to watch really is that Detroit offense against that Vikings defense. And I think it's going to be a battle. And I don't know, for some reason, I tend to go offense over defense in those situations, maybe just because it's more fun that way. So I think it's going to be a tough game and a fun game, but I'm going to go Detroit. I think it'll be close, but.
All right. Then you got KC and San Fran, and I'm going to go. I have San Fran. I just think this is the game that San Fran, even though they have all of these injuries, this is the game that sparks San Fran to be back at that 12-game team that they always are, 12 or 13 game, winning game team, So Debo is going to have a big game again this week. This is the key. There's no reason Kansas City shouldn't be 5-0. Oh, yeah, 5-0 right now. Or are they 6-0? What are they? 6-0?
Whatever they
had
are,
a pass. Whatever they are, they undefeated.
Yeah.
But they're 5-0. But they shouldn't be that. Now you're playing against a good defense. A very good defense. And with Kelsey not playing the way he's playing, this is get back for 49ers. You notice usually when teams lose in the Super Bowl, the next year when they play each other, the team that lost usually get back at them. And I guess because the Super Bowl team, it don't matter. It's regular season. That don't count. So I think Kansas City has that same with 49ers, like, this is our Super Bowl. We need to pay back, and who cares? But that's why I think 49ers is going to win. That's why I'm going with 49ers. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs. To your point, I agree. It doesn't look like the Chiefs should be 5-0 from the way they played, but certainly the 49ers haven't really had the consistency, especially on offense, and some of that's of course been injury at the running back position, but still, it's just not. It hasn't inspired me, and I guess I'm going with the Mahomes magic because year in and year out, it seems like no matter what you put around him, whether they're proven or not, he still finds a way to win and make it happen. And certainly KC still has a good defense too, not to take anything away from the 49ers. So again, it's in San Fran. In a way, San Fran has their backs up a little more against the wall. I think they're 3-3 now, if I'm not mistaken, but I still think like Mahomes is big brother and just is going to find a way, like last drive of the fourth quarter, to come back and eke out a win. So
yeah, Doc, I'm never betting against Pat Mahomes. Nothing else to say. Give me Kansas City, dude. Until somebody show me that y'all can knock the king off the throne, I'm going Pat Mahomes, dog.
Just real quick. Tom Brady, they say, was probably the greatest quarterback that's played, right? But I feel like through our generation, all three of us, yes, Tom Brady's that guy, but you might know a little bit, maybe Mason, you've seen him more than we have, but I feel like Montana was always, and I look at how everybody talks about Montana. I seen Montana like his last few years, you know what I'm saying, the 80s, mid to late 80s.
He was cool.
But he was the guy, like it was like, oh, he's just the best. Brady was just the best because he's just a winner. He knew how to win no matter what.
Yeah.
But Montana had all of that going for him.
Yeah.
I feel like Mahomes is finally that guy. Like you just can't, like you said, you don't go against him.
Can't count, but you can't go against Mahomes.
You can't go against him, man. You can't.
And what's crazy is everybody, oh, he's not athletic. He do 2 or 3 15-yard runs and just break your heart every week. He don't have nobody to throw to. Juju go for 100 yards. Oh, Trevor Kelsey was at a concert last week, so he's probably gonna be good this week. Man, I'm again never picking against Mahomes.
Right. Then last but not least, Baltimore and Tampa Bay. I think we all chose Baltimore, but I almost wanted to change my pick, y'all.
Baltimore rolling out.
I'm gonna let you go with it, man. I'm gonna just let you go with it. Just tell me why. Tell us why.
Todd Monken has found a way to implement Derrick Henry and still keep Lamar efficient. And oh, by the way, now Mark Andrews can catch all of a sudden. Zay Flowers is just a terror. Now they throwing about Rashad Bateman. Come on, man. Give me Baltimore, man. Come on. Give me Baltimore.
Doc, we agree, right? We all agree?
No, I mean, Tampa Bay's been pretty powerful offensively too, but I mean, Baltimore has it on both sides of the ball. It seems like they're clicking, as Mace just said. They're coming off a win against one of the best teams in the league over Washington, and I think they're going to keep that going. So,
Doc, real quick, y'all scare me, Doc. Oh my God, y'all scare me.
Yeah, we don't have the defense though, and we just lost Jonathan Allen. So as good as our offense is, unless our secondary improves and our D line shores up a little bit,
y'all got such a great head start.
We can't slow people down on the defensive side of the ball.
Breaking my heart. Where's Daniel Snyder when I need him?
Hey, that's okay, Mace. That's okay because there's going to be a game next week. We're going to put on there that is going to be against each other. And you best know where I'm going with it and who I'm picking.
Where's Daniel Snyder when we need him, man? I remember the good old days.
Hey,
Daniel Snyder, we have to worry about this, man.
Hey, and then real quick before we let Doc go, remember how I told y'all sometimes I want to hate on Daniels, and I'm like, I don't like that guy for some reason. After last Sunday, I'm good. I like Daniels now. I'm good. I like my guy too, though, dog. Caleb is that dude. That throw Caleb made to Keenan Allen on the back end.
Yeah,
that jump was so sick, bro. That's a 5-year vet throw right there. But then again, we've seen Daniels make some throws like there's no way he should be making this throw this early. And we got some good quarterbacks at hand, man. But anyway, we're gonna I digress. We'll talk about that next week. But all right, y'all, let me put it up real quick. Doc came up with a whopping 4-0 last week.
Doc ran a Boston. Oh my God. Doc ran a Boston.
Yeah, Doc ran a Boston.
I still got work to do. But.
Doc ran a Boston. My Boston coming this week. Here come my Boston this week. It's up.
Hey, long as I stay 3-1, I'm good. I just want to. Long as I can.
You got a 1-3, 0-4 season coming. It happens to all of us.
Right.
NFL.
Yeah, NFL. Right. All right, Doc. We appreciate it, man. You make sure.
All right, fellas.
Doc ran a Boston. Man. Jesus.
Boston Doc. All right, Doc.
All right, boys. Have a good one.
All right, Doc. All right. Jesus, Doc ran a Boston.
All right, man. So hey, just go to it real quick. Can Cleveland, do you have the faith in Cleveland? Do you have the faith in them? Do they have enough to come back and tie this series 2-2?
No.
Cleveland.
Yes, I do. And the only reason I do, they probably played some of the most consistent baseball all season. They're such a balanced team with the pitching, with the hitting. They do a lot of small ball stuff. They get a guy on, they get him to third, and they just seem to all season they've been able to just get that clutch hit. I have faith in the Guardians. I hate that they are the Guardians, but I don't like the uniforms, anything like that. But I do have faith in this baseball team.
Did you like the move that manager, I can't think of his name right now, that he made when he loaded the bases for Aaron Judge instead of facing Soto?
Yeah, I mean, listen.
That was a baseball move, though. That was a hard.
It was a very baseball move, but
Yeah.
we also know when it works,
it works. And I think it worked. It did. They got a sack fly, but
it worked. But what I'm saying, when it don't work, they're like, oh my God, he's a worst manager in the world.
Right. That was like
it's always 50-50, but in that moment of the game, yeah, I mean it was brilliant, dog. It was very brilliant.
It was brilliant.
Yep.
And then with the Mets, man, who's the guy or guys you think that can? I know you hate the Mets, but that could get the Mets over this hump and say, you know what, they can beat the Dodgers 3 more games.
I mean, you just look at Lindor, man. That guy, he sparks that team. And it's just one of these things where, of course, they're gonna. I was talking to one of my cousins from up top earlier today, and it's just like that New York energy, that whatever it is, these New Yorkers have. It gets on your nerve, but I mean, it's really a thing, and I mean, it carried them in the Philly series. They just need a break. And if they can just catch a break and then that thing started steamrolling. But I mean, when you look at the Dodgers, I mean, the Dodgers are supposed to be here. I mean, and they gave our boy what he didn't gamble away. They gave him $700 million, man. Come on.
Right.
He can play all the parlays he want. And his dude, he don't understand what's going on. You know what parlay is.
Right. You know how to play
an 8-leg parlay.
Right.
I mean, we expect the Dodgers. We almost penciled the Dodgers in from day one to represent the NL in the World Series. So I mean, the Mets got to find that New York thing that everybody always talk about. The up toppers, New York. So I mean, do they have it? Do they have it on them? We're gonna find out.
I don't want to see another Subway series.
I don't
want to see that. I want to see. I want to see.
We definitely don't need that.
I want to see. Yeah, I can't even take it down here. That's all we're gonna be hearing.
Because all of the New Yorkers that's here.
Right. I'll go. B. What I tell you, B. Donnie. I'm not trying to hear all that.
But what I am here for though is I say this all the time. I just love to hear New Yorkers tell stories, man, because they're so animated.
Wow. They're so animated and they act like
they give you so much, man. I should call my cousin and just be like, man, the Yankees suck. Man, he'll go on a tirade. So it's gonna be so many mad, baby.
Right.
Get to the point. You ain't got to use all them words.
Right. Hey, but I definitely would love to see Ohtani and then Judge face off, and that'd be so dope, bro.
I would much rather see it doing interleague play. I don't want to see it anywhere. I mean, I really don't want none of these teams to win. Everybody catch COVID and they just be like, man, no worries, man. It's no fall classic, dog. It's out of here.
Oh man, that's horrible, man.
Out of here, man. Out of here.
That's horrible. All right, man.
Horrible, I know it. My bad, man. That's all.
Real quick, just one. Give me a baseball name,
dude. A classic baseball name.
Classic baseball name,
bruh. Y'all don't even really remember this dude, but I love his name, and we could never find his jersey. Biff Pocoroba.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Guy for the Atlanta Braves. Biff Pocoroba was that dude, man. He played every position on the field except pitch. Love Biff Pocoroba.
I'm gonna give you two. One, I'm gonna give you a name, then I'm gonna give you player that, like you said, that he was just one of them guys. First one, Jose Vizcaíno.
Yeah.
Baseball name.
Yeah.
Definitely a baseball name, right? The other one, though, more American, but I remember this guy flying, running third base. He had to dive in the air like he was Superman, and he had a nice little stint with the Cardinals, I remember, but Rex Hutler. Yeah, this
dude, I'm gonna give you one more.
Okay.
And I hated this guy because he played for the Dodgers, but he was a baller. Ron Say.
Ooh.
Ron Say was he was an Atlanta Brave killer.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't hit all year. A weekend in Atlanta, he batted 365.
Yeah, you had them type of players.
Like, dude, because the Dodgers would be like, the NBC game of the weekend or whatever, because they were the Dodgers. Right. Dude, he would be batting like 215. And again, they got a weekend trip to Atlanta. He done batted 405 for the whole weekend. Like he just couldn't hit a cold. He got on my nerve. Right? He had that ugly run, had that ugly beard, and his hair came from above his head like layered. I hated that guy. I hated that dude. I hated it.
Good old baseball, man. Good old baseball. But yeah, man.
I like that.
We're gonna end every show like that, man. We're gonna come up with two baseball names.
I like that because I got some. But
right. Yeah, man. Yeah, I do too, bro. We can, just so. Yep. Yeah, we could do that, man. But
it's crazy.
Hey, man. But look. Please is the time to let you go. But shout out to stay tuned because you might be part of it. First, I want to give a shout out to the Almighty God. Give me this platform to do what I do, say what I say, make you upset, mad. Want to give me the stop it button? I appreciate it, God. First, man, I want to thank my co-host, man, for carrying me today, man. Y'all don't know, man. I'm 53. I done dropped to 41%. But I'm hanging in, though, man. I'm still doing it. My co-host got me, dog. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Mace.
You already know, boy. You will know what it is, baby.
Hey, shout out to Dr. Fowler for coming in, like you always do, man. Appreciate you, Doc. Also, shout out to Vincent, the Fantasy Guru. Shout out to I don't know who this joker is. Ogu. No, I don't know what he was trying to say. But shout out to Antoine Sherrod, Bossman Williams, Danny
Thompson.
Hey, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Also want to give a shout out to my lovely children, my nieces, nephews, uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters, cousins, play cousins, grandparents. Hey, the family know that you love them while they can still feel it, while they still alive. Be able to enjoy it. Hey, man, eat good this weekend, drink responsibly, but hey, be safe, man. Be healthy as well, man. You got to live. Enjoy sports this weekend, like you said. You got
so much going on. So much going on.
You got MLB playoffs, the LCS is on. Man, you got college football at its best right now. You got the NFL. NBA is starting up. You got preseason. NHL is going on right now. College basketball is about to rev up.
You can't be bored. You can't be bored.
Can't be bored, bro.
Are you not entertained?
But until then, next week, same time, same host, same crazy nonsense. When you miss me, I'm out. Peace.